if you look at the Vatican and you look at our how it happens in homes, example, bazokutshela ukuthi ungagqoki a certain way when your uncle comes in. You cannot be wearing that short skirt. You cannot be wearing a tight pants. You're already conditioning the child to make them feel as if what they're wearing is wrong. So that if they go outside and they're wearing a short, she felt as if she called for the rape. Do you understand? That's why many rapes go unnoticed or uncalled for, because a lot of the women were told it's their fault. Ngoba ugqoki outfit, you're wearing an outfit that's calling for it. You called to be raped. The one thing that stems from pedophilia is because it's always been covered up. It's never been addressed. It has never been a thing yoguti. Once we find the uncle, siyambopisa, siyamkhipha. No, it's always been abogogo saying, "Hi, abafana basona man." Abantu bazothi, not even that. Bazothi, no, uma olumo wakho angithi wena uvele wagqoka ishoti umuntu wesilisa. Abafana.
It's about to avushane. Let's avushane and avushane.
Avushane. Woo! Guys, in ish, we don't have the ish, guys. Before we start, there's some issues that I wanna think in, guys. Yeah. Sometimes you can see our releases, which sometimes we might take time to release. And please bear with us as our lovers, you get me? We're still faithful to y'all. We are not cheating, guys.
It's our lives, guys.
You
Jobs,
get me? Yeah,
gigs,
so sometimes
events,
we have to
alternate,
alternate, and sometimes when we get the chance, we like do the issues. So bear with us, Guzolunga, guys. We know.
I'm love you 10,000.
You are our children. We are your parents. Hey, sing your papa, sing your papa.
Too much.
Yeah, guys. Hey, open the Shangan. Hey, you know, Mc Bunda is kind of, but Mc Bunda is there. But I don't know, man. I'm going with the Shanganism. With the Shanganism, man, guys.
Things, man. It's your things. Well, you know, Nelejah, guys. Hello, hi. There was an interview prior before Luma. People do that. They come for interviews on the show, guys. We need to showcase a lot of talent. We need to show you guys that a lot of people can sit in my chair and show you that they can share. It's my chair.
That's some pity.
They're sitting in his
How
shoes.
no? It's because he named me the co-host. Don't come for me, bro. So
Don't come for her.
Thank you. So it's nice when you guys get to see new faces and get to learn from new people. But
Wash your
as
eyes,
the rightful
wash
owner,
your eyes.
as the rightful owner of this throne, I'm back.
She's back. She's back. And
She's lacking the territory.
And Kemi was our first guest since we moved to Mauritius.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, man. It is the man, your
I think
voice
it's
of
God.
God. Wow.
And I like the fact that it's intelligent minds everywhere. Y'all just interview people with minds everybody wants to eat. Because I wanted to eat her mind.
Oh la la.
Look,
Ingane khone,
excuse
ingane
me,
khone.
guys. I bat for both teams. Everybody's beautiful in my eyes. Women,
Yeah,
especially.
everybody's beautiful.
Everybody's beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful, hey guys, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, but you know I've been getting compliments, bro. Like, even about time, man. Like, hey, what's the case? I'm like, hey, I bath.
A quick question: you've never believed it, Umuhle?
No, you know, it's out. You can't,
You do understand when we started this podcast? There's a lot of girls that in the comments that would disagree with you.
Yeah. Hey.
Bunda is taken.
Nimlwise, guys. Usile angasibelieve yanje. Nimlwise.
Hey guys, I'm in jail. No, I'm not in jail.
He's cuffed. He's cuffed by a beautiful goddess that if you don't treat her right, I might as well just bet for that team and take her from you.
What am I doing? Yeah. Wow.
Shout out to the wife. Mc Bunda.
What's
Shout
up,
out.
guys? What's up? You guys look beautiful, handsome. You guys look great. Look like you're making millions.
About to.
Billions.
About to. But you guys are looking good. What's up? What's
Nah,
been
man,
happening?
there's just this deal, bro. I think it's a 500 million deal.
Oh, are you selling off the podcast now? Is that what we are doing?
Hey,
Yes,
they are buying
okay.
me. They are censoring me.
For 500, boy. For 500 meter.
Hey, guys, I'm kidding.
The potential. But no, man, we've been around. Some of us are like, just coming up in the life.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I feel like we were fine. The voice of Chi. How you doing behind the scenes?
I'm doing good.
I see with the haircut.
You look good.
Hey
I said
man,
one of the gods. Eh?
God is godding this
people are still on the journey to find out who I am, the guy behind this voice. You know,
A lot of the girls were calling your voice, boy.
but hey man, it's been good. I'm doing well. I'm
You
growing.
can see that.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm
No,
okay.
you can vent.
Probably.
You know it's a free space, right?
No.
Let's talk about
I'm
our feelings.
totally good. I know this is a safe space. I know.
Safe space.
But hey, man, maybe I might be finding love. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, you
I
said
don't
that 5,
We
6,
need to
7
get married.
episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Are
the
we
day
really
I
gonna do
believe
that?
the day I believe that Keho would be in a relationship is when I see a ring
As
on
she
the girl's
calls my
finger.
name.
No, Keho, when not literally a ladies'
Abanye
man.
banida
Boy.
machakni. Yabo. So yeah. Okay,
No, you
okay,
didn't.
okay.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, the check. Motherfucker, go beetroot. Chai. See, shy alive.
First
Yeah,
of
man.
all, it's the seed of Chucky. Anyways, what's it?
Hey, Shkwembu. Ang shango next. Yeah, man. So, hey guys, I think we're gonna start on a deeper thingy, you know. I knew the name yesterday. I've heard the name. So I was like, I'm gonna talk about this and thing. It's called like it's something. Hold on. So you know, man.
Fans, guys,
You know, man.
bad.
Oh man, it's a club. It's a club. So you know, like there was an incident that happened. You know, then I had like this guy, pedophile. So it's a thing whereby you get an old man who was harassing a young lady, like to, you know, and you ask yourself, you're like, what the heck? You get me? So like now I'm like, hey, I want like, cause it's so weird, because you know when someone comes and tell you something, and you're like, okay, but means because I would say it's also like hashtag molest vibes, like you get me? So you're like, and umuntu bamenza yabo okay bamdonile, but uba are shocked. You get me? And it got me thinking, Gucci, like I kind of like also like understood why some other people, let's say like who would get raped, who would get molested, bad, and thing is, you get Gucci after Baba and Teddy was into, it's like hard for them to like go and report and things, cause they're still in that shock. Cause also sometimes maybe like I would say maybe they think they won't believe you. Sometimes I would say our system now, yo. Sometimes it's also like these things that are happening now of like false accusation, you get me now. Now it's effing up with the people who really go through. Cause this was the thing of, okay, let's say if she had to go and report right now. If she had to go and report right now, go by another thing, go to EP proof, and you know, they catch you
How do you
deep,
keep proof of rape?
and you know, it was the thing, cause like now they are taking away your, I don't know if I would say freedom and things. You get me?
Because now it's so much harder to prove. Sorry, it's also much harder to prove someone raped you because of how manipulative some of these rapists are, and it's so sad because most of them live in our families. Our families shield
Some are married,
predators. You
bro.
understand? Some
Yes, some
shield
married-
predators. The wife shields the husband. It's things like that. So pedophilia, I'm gonna express from a very personal point so that you guys understand the concept of pedophilia, especially how deep it can go, because it's not just the concept of a 60-year-old man wanting 20-year-old women and being able to afford them, and their lifestyle of wanting things to happen quickly, you know. So now for me it was mengimncane, right around 5, 6, 7 years old, a time where I could speak, I could talk, but I did not know the dangers of the world. I just knew ukuthi mama uyangivuse ekuseni, ngiyageza, I go out to play, I come back. So on that particular day, like I always, it's a clockwork thing. As a kid, you know, ngena ngo-6, you know, ukuthi mama kuthena, you know, ugeza ngaleskhathi, ushintshe uniform ngaleskhathi. So of course, already at that time, as a child, a toddler, I had a routine. I knew my brothers sit in the dining room from 6 to 7 o'clock to 8, just playing whatever game they could be playing. At the time, bebathanda ukudlala iludo. So they would have the Ludo.
Okay, yeah, Wow.
So they'd have the big Ludo, you know. So this happened under my brother's noses for years. Happened until I was probably at an age where I knew what a boy was in terms of boyfriend and girlfriend. And then that's when I started acting weird towards him, because now it's the older brother concept my brain has now tuned into, because at that age, I didn't know what he was doing. This man groomed me. And I'm saying groomed in a way where he knew mentally he's above me. he knew physically he's stronger than me. So these two qualities, especially me being a kid, it became 10 times harder. It became 10 times harder for me to function in a way where I was a normal kid. Because now I had to integrate this thing, budala. I was doing adult things at a young age. Yes, he did not rape me, but he molested me in a way where I saw his genitals. He'd placed them against my genitals and against my buttocks at a very young age and as a kid. So that destroyed me in a way, where now I couldn't feel safe being in a room alone with a man because I immediately thought he'd undress me. I couldn't play with other boys, especially in a way. Even now, it's so hard for me to want to hug. Hugging is like a thing you would see. Oh, I do hugging. But when it comes from a male perspective, like I it's like that. Can I hug him? Can I not hug him?
You
So
don't know who to hug,
you
my
know,
bro. You don't know
so
what to say.
that thing it destroyed me because he manipulated me into thinking that was okay. He manipulated me into thinking it's okay that I put my genitals. It's okay I tell you to go take off your panty. It's okay that I say I want to keep your panty. You lie to your mom saying ilahlekile. That type
And
of
you
thing.
did that.
It's my brother's dad did that. It's my brother's friend felt like okay, he didn't want to do it to his sisters at his place or his little cousins that were girls. He'd rather do it to his friend's sister. When my brother found out, that was years later, guys, to an extent where I didn't tell anybody that I was molested as a child. I didn't tell anybody, but it literally came out when I was an adult because now my brain had to find a way to execute the trauma. So how it came out was I stayed a virgin for a very long time. And I blamed it on faith. I said, no, I'm going to stay a virgin because God said wait until marriage. And I used that concept. I literally would tell people, but knowing in my heart, I don't believe it. Then the time I met the partner that I met, and he broke it down for me and made me so comfortable with being in my body sexually. I never got to experience that because I was taught by a pedophile that my body is to pleasure a man who's older than me. So as a kid, I didn't realize at 16 years old, I'm dating a 24-year-old guy. That is a huge problem. That is a problem. Because mentally, I am not where he is. And he knows that. Hence
And
why
like you're stealing your childhood, bro.
you
Like,
understand the
how could you
innocence
be-
that I am supposed to have without seeing what a boy's thing is. I've already gotten a male's perspective on it. I haven't even seen my age. So I'm like, girls don't get it, right? They're so hell-bent on having this older guy who can get them everything. But you don't realize that you're losing a part of yourself that is not supposed to grow that quickly. I don't know if you get me.
No, we get
But
you.
if you're going to be a woman who's 22 years old, naive, and not a lot of us are naive, don't get me wrong, not all 22-year-olds are naive. Many of you grew up in different households. So I'm talking about the naive 22-year-old who's still living in her youth. I'm talking about women who know I can get drunk and I can still wake up tomorrow morning and go to work and work an 8-hour shift. I'm talking about those women. Fast. Like you want to get up in the morning and be a millionaire.
iPhone 12.
You understand?
iPhone 13,
I'm talking about
14.
those girls. They're gonna go around like cabanga so sesikoleni nabo. I mean, ngijole grey pants mina. Ngijole nabo put bakho. Ngijole nabo. That is not something you
Tell me
you,
about
you
it.
do not boastfully say.
don't dare.
You don't say that. Do you?
Yeah.
Those girls don't even understand. We would talk about you at high school. Sithi chomilo chola nama transport driver. Chomilo chola nabantu abadala nakuye. We would look at you as
Umncane
a,
wena,
you know,
angeke uyenze lutho wena.
so it's like, oh no, you're now 14, not even 14, 16 years old. This 24-year-old man's been sexual 6 years of his senior into that 25-year-old. For 6 years, he was very sexual, meaning that he knows a woman's body in and out. When you figure lapayana thinking, oh my God, he's so experienced, he's so mature at life. No, you're just the greatest package for him because you're not asking, you're not pushing him further, you're not pressuring him into having more, into showing up for you, into impressing you. You get impressed by izinto ezincane. You get impressed ukuthi ukwazi ukusendela imali on a random day and you consider that love. And then you realize when you get older and now you have these dozens of kids and all of the guys that are in your age group don't want you because the mileage seyikhuphukile. Ngoba ujole nomuntu omdala who knew what he was doing. Women their age, give them pressure. Give them pressure. She's got a house, she's got her own car, she's not going to get impressed by little redundant things. Zokuthi unemoto, zokuthi unendlu. Me, on the other hand, I'm 22 years old. I don't even have a plan yet. Yokuthi ngizothola kanjani imoto yami. Some of them don't even have a plan. Some of them are going to universities trying to obtain their degrees to do that. Okay?
In the hope.
in the hopes of obtaining it. So now that you find this man and he gives you this little bit of attention, because they literally don't have to try hard if you're young. They don't have to do anything. He just has to do the bare minimum, and you think he's going above and beyond because Mabunda can't afford a car yet, can't afford a house yet. Then they come back once the opportunity is missed. Now he's got the car, now he's got the house, but he's still got the same heart he tried to love her with. Not that heart of that man who will pay his way through your life.
Okay.
He will love his way through your life.
I get you. I get you.
understand what I mean?
I get you on that, no?
Yeah.
But in all of this, bro,
Yeah.
like, cause these things they keep on happening. Cause as much as you say now, we coming from that, like, why isn't it stopping? Like, cause I also understand
Yes,
the
yes,
see reported the system is broken. Nah, sometimes you're like, hey, when I end up in, and then maybe the wife becomes defensive because like, hey, she never thinks that her husband can do such
You know
because
what I mean?
the husband hadn't showed his, because other people they are very sheeps outside but inside a snake, young toiler. So, hey, bro,
Why is it a growing problem? Is that what you're saying, basically? Why is it not, as much as we know it's there, it's a danger?
Because for
Why
me,
is
let's say
it not?
for me, for example, now,
Yeah.
right now, if let's say a girl, there was this other thing Primo also said, he was once in a club and then a girl came to him. You get me? This is so, you still with me, you do that. We're gonna fight. Hey bro, we're gonna fight. I'm not beating, but
I'm gonna
gee, I want to go to because with no man. If I spanked you, it was a problem.
Of course, you're arresting
Why
me
is
right
it
now,
okay with
assault.
you get me? Like you know there's those on a pep. You get
Yes,
me?
they are.
Like with me personally, and I'm not like trying to like bash
Bash
down
anybody.
about, but with me it's a thing with like please, because you know if I do like with me, if I do it to you, I know that's not like it's wrong at all. Like
course.
like that's why even if you know when this is making a mistake, you're like sorry,
Yeah.
because you know what's
Yeah, it's inappropriate, of course.
you get me, and then when I boof.
So-
I feel like a little girl that turns 16 that's confident will always look for a guy that's cool.
Yeah, but I don't.
Wait, let
Let me finish before he was
I just feel like they will always look for a guy that's cool. And a guy that's her age at that point, he or she will feel like she's less cool.
Of course, grey pants, Baba.
You understand? Grey pants. Uzongenzela nunani.
You understand?
So,
exactly.
exactly, Sakera. type of
Sometimes
thing.
okay.
Yeah, bro. We've been through these things, dog. We know
bro.
these things, understand? So, as much as the government can try,
mentality.
as much as the government can raise our awareness,
Yeah.
try teach it through life orientation and all those things.
Because they did teach us also about rape.
They taught us about those things, but bro, it's a human being thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that type of behavior of
Acting
people
that way.
being attracted to young kids
Predator.
is a good thing. Nah, I'm just saying that some of these things are caused. So the topic that we've raised brings a lot.
Big
Blessers, sugar mamas.
Yeah.
It brings
A whole lot.
a whole lot of things. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's always a human thing. You understand? It's things that we can try and raise as much as awareness, but it's our reality that sadly it's either it's gonna take time to change or it will never change because it has always been there.
So, yeah, I would say the reason why it's always been there and it's gotten worse as time progressed is because the Vatican does this. Catholic faith, Vatican does this.
Allegedly.
There's cases.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
allegedly, maybe then. Allegedly, the Vatican.
They sue me.
Allegedly, the Vatican does this. Okay, allegedly, the Vatican does. Our uncles do this, and our brothers' friends do this. Our fathers, sadly, some of our fathers do this, and this is because we grew up in a time, and I'm talking about the generation we come from. Labo mame too. I'm talking about our aunt too, our grandmothers. I'm talking about those women, those men.
The closest.
That generation was a generation full of manipulators and liars. And this is coming from your own family. Now, if you look at the Vatican and you look at our how it happens in homes, example, bazokutshela ukuthi ungagqoki a certain way when your uncle comes in. You cannot be wearing that short skirt. You cannot be wearing a tight pants. You're already conditioning the child to make them feel as if what they're wearing is wrong. So that if they go outside and they're wearing a short, she felt as if she called for the rape. Do you understand? That's why many rapes go unnoticed or uncalled for, because a lot of the women were told it's their fault. Ngoba uqoki outfit, you're wearing an outfit that's calling for it. You called to be raped. The one thing that stems from pedophilia is because it's always been covered up. It's never been addressed. It has never been a thing yoguti. Once we find the uncle, siyambopisa, siyamkhipha. No, it's always been abokoko saying, "Hi, abafana basona."
Abantu bazothini,
Abantu bazothini. Not even that. Bazothi, no, uma ulumu wakho angithi wena uvele wagqoka ishoti umuntu wesilisa. Abafana.
You're not
Take
my
it easily.
kid, bro.
Abafana. Then you no, seriously, a lot of you men came for me when I told them yoguti, I am more than my breasts and my thighs. A lot of you were like, "Oh, gents, oh king,
Exactly.
yeah, king,
Oh,
king, don't feel like she coming for you, king. No, be in love with those boobs and those thighs." No, it makes me think about the way you think about me. If I am not more than my body, who am I? You understand what I'm saying? So pedophilia has always been that thing you protect. That's basically from the church, from our parents, from our families. You protect the predator. And now the child suffers. A lot of these kids, abanye basema makasi, she can't keep to herself. She's dating many boys. Abantu, they're just calling her loose. She's dealing with scars. We are rape endlini. So what? It's like endlini must they condone me being raped by an older man.
Exactly.
Why can't I get money from
And
it?
I came out, but I
Thank
never
you.
got any help.
Thank you. Why am I not?
The problem
why
is
can't I get paid for
the
it?
problem is in our society we don't cure things, we prevent things.
Cover up,
You understand?
sugarcoat.
So
Let's sugarcoat this.
Guza
Real quick.
abomalume. I was telling Nelejah, I was talking to Senele earlier on that we need to address it properly. Don't dress short skirts phambi kwabantu abadala because you are basically showing ukuthi intanga zakho uyabadelela in a way. Don't sexualize it. Basically, what I was saying to Nelejah, problem is it's being sexualized.
Exactly, because sometimes is gonna think
Ugqoka
ukuthi
kanje
it's
because
calling temptation.
It's calling temptation. Instead of saying it's ritual, it's respect. Say it like that.
The thing is,
at least.
as for me,
But also that one is also still subjective.
exactly
Because
you-
Liza Gubo Senele. Senele is comfortable within her home
And
environment.
Yes.
Her home. She wants to dress
Wear
like
shorts
that.
and a
But
vest.
fine, Guza Abantu. But question is, what is the respectable way to dress in this?
Thank
day
you.
and
This
age?
day and age,
What's respectable?
there is no for me
Because
it's not
respectable
even-
is, she always says, I'm more than my body.
Exactly.
My body. I'm more than my boobs. I'm more
I'm
than
more,
my thighs.
man.
Respect has to be me, straight. Not how am I wearing.
Thank you.
What's my hairstyle?
Khohlwa ukuthi ngigqokeni.
Respect is about you
Exactly.
respecting me as a human
Thank
being.
you. Oh my God.
You understand? So she spoke of our grandmothers, mothers, aunts coming from this manipulative and
Protect the predator.
generation. You understand? Myths that are 200 years old still live with our grandmothers till today.
Today.
Ukuthi mawugundi inwele awuzilahlele estradeni
Exactly.
zodliwa inyoni bese uyahlanya. For example, I'm not saying you understand such myths, understand awubuza indoda ukuthi ibuyaphi ebusuku.
Exactly. Which is
I mean, it's your consent as a
ask
lover,
why.
isn't it? Your consent. You understand? I don't.
you could have died,
Because
but okay.
I'm glad I brought that one. Yoguti awubuza indoda ukuthi ibuyaphi. Now it condones raping in marriages.
Thank you.
Ukuthi because you are my wife, you are
can do
I'm
whatever.
entitled to having sex with you. You understand? Without your consent, without
Ngoba
because
ngikushadile,
because
inkomo zakithi.
you know why? U-auntie emshadweni wethu utheni monna hatimiwe.
What if you got the
wamuva."
period?
What if she's not in the right state of mind to give me what I want?
Thank you.
Why? It's a relationship. It's a fellowship. You understand? We need to work together with these things. You
Of
understand?
course.
I'm going back to what I've said. Uguti, the topic that we've brought up opens a pool of
So
many other
many.
things. It can be 2 hours, whole
And-
2 hours, but
Yeah,
because
because
of
of
time,
move
we
to
don't.
this one, like in all this, man. Guys, I pray for you all. Make a
Ndoda.
like I don't wish anyone to go through this. And as much as we have a lot of predators out there, but yo, nkulunkulu wami, yo,
Even
protect your
women.
kids, man. Like,
Even women. Don't
with-
even think
and
it's
put
just
even with
men.
men, food. You get
Please
me?
tell me,
Women.
Nelejah, what would you say to a woman or a young girl that is so attracted by this soft, nice life? Because I'm gonna say this straight, right?
Okay.
You're an attractive young lady.
Oh, thanks.
I'm sure many guys have approached you with the best monies in the world, with the
Amela,
most
G-Wagons,
millions. What would you say to a young lady
Yeah.
that's about to ruin their life?
We're
No
doing
offense
that.
to
Whoever
the
did
niggas
it,
with, the
or
niggas with the
currently.
money, but
Yeah.
we know where
But
it's gonna end, nigga.
We know.
You understand? So, what would you say to a young lady
Yeah.
that's brushing off in donas
Yeah.
I've got what I need. What would you say to young ladies?
So basically, it's you never tell them it's wrong, because once you tell them I wanna see if it's hot, you know. Me, I'd give you facts. Like I love hitting them with that thing. You're gonna end up here, uzobala, because it challenges her. It makes her feel like I'm not gonna end up there. I'm gonna be better than that. You know what I mean? But I wanna do it in a way where I open up a perspective. I give her two images. Can't afford you right now because apparently you feel as if you're on some league where you need money when. But
They're on some
na
Champions
16 when I'm at a
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So he's on a league where he doesn't need the money to buy you. So he needs to do something else of value to get your attention. This means giving you emotional connection. This means giving you time. This means making sure uyakufunda. What does my baby like? If she likes Kit Kats, I can buy her that on a random day. Do you understand that Leo 8 rand that he spent on that Kit Kat is more than that man who could send you 5 grand on Friday? This is because
It comes
that
from a-
man can disrespect you
Yes.
because he knows he can buy you. He knows ukuthi mustn't get the iPhone or giving her this or giving her that. I can treat her any way she wants. I want to. What do you become now? An object. So I tell them, Guti, now you're no longer the 16-year-old girl or kulegini edube or wherever. So in Tombazane, who is a tool for this man, because I'm not patala, you'll do anything.
You're a toy.
And I wanna even point it out to her, Guti, it doesn't make you the worst person to want that type of life, but it makes you the worst person to try and rush it. Because the moment you rush it, you never see the danger. So you let her know, Guti, uyamazi ukuthi uyakhula. Did you even think about going to test? Did you even think Guti he wants kids? What if he's at the mentality of Guti man, he's ready to settle down? You're a 16-year-old girl who's still got 10 years of playing, 10 years of maybe doing what
Pure
she
10.
wants.
Pure
10 years.
10 years.
It's yours to have.
You
You know what I mean?
bro, you know, it hits my heart. Man. As we go to this one, like,
Yeah.
yo, and I think on one of this, I'm talking about what episode was it? Like, hey, this is before really, like,
Yeah.
yo, gee, because when you're like, yeah, we're talking to land when I create pants, whatnot, like, gee, I'm sure you've udlula that, like, whereby you get girls who would be like, it's cool, like, as a sometimes like, vele. But it's also like how life changes, whereby you would get those people like, when I was back with China, see,
Yo.
I mean, and now when I'm you get
They
me.
make sense.
And then as life goes on, and I'm not saying this as if like, yo, yeah,
I'm the stuff.
It's just like, also like how, if you would sit like this, it's like, today is today, bro. Tomorrow things can change. Tomorrow things can be like, and then you see now you're like this, you are the way you are now, so grand. And then you now see the person who was like bashing you and say, "What
So say.
you get me?" And then now the same person, they're like, "Oh, pooty," and like with me, it just pains me worse because I'm not saying good, busy pooty, but like you can still say Nyiko. I'm still let Nyiko, like now don't put that respect
Because now you see what's
you get me? Because like and I mean I footy shame. As I'm saying, it's okay. As it is to like I'm available go puntuana man. Young toil. We never knew because you know life after matric. That's when you see life, bro. Go see. Ooh, can't you so? You get me? But don't call me man. Don't call me. I'm still letting you go mazi. You get me?
Don't
Hey,
change
obviously
now.
respect each other. But yeah, man.
don't do it because you
Yeah.
see what you lost is what you lost. So now it's just highlighting for these girls, bro. Uguti, the illusion that you think Uguti, you have a mature relationship and you're stable, you're not. You're a chaotic object one of good use where they can just pay for your time. And it sucks when they're just
Pay
like,
for
but
your
then
time.
yeah, and if it doesn't even make the man the worst person. It makes him exactly what he is. A person who pays for your time will treat you as such. It's like females who go, yeah, but then he didn't pay me like a hooker, but he's treating me like one. It's because it's pet hooker. You show him that you're easy enough for you to be a booty call. He can just call you. Because some females will sit there and go, yeah, but then he used me as a rebound. You let him. Yeah, but then, I mean, he's treating me like a hooker. You're letting him. But then, he's treating me like I'm nothing because you're letting him. These are boundaries. They're called boundaries
some
and how you
too-
respect me.
Some to their defense would say, look, now I'm not judging what you're going through in life. Right?
Okay.
But some would, to their defense, would say, I'm hustling.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm like, as long as she doesn't
And
bash
this
someone,
guy can cover what they need. To a point where
that's fine.
mothers even condone what you're doing. They push you. Like,
Yes.
I'm dead serious, dog. Like, where they
No,
push
no,
you,
So we know. It's
Uguti-
there.
do more so that this guy can give you more. We need more. Now, you are the breadwinner through
With your
that.
PP. Yeah.
Because now I know that perspective you're talking about. I'm not coming for women who look at that as a
Yeah,
hustle.
I'm
I'm
just
coming
saying,
for the women who now look at other men baba begele phansi because they don't have what you have. It doesn't mean that the man that has that empire will respect you like the one who lives on the street. You understand what I'm saying? So
building, man.
so I'm still building. At the same time, some women
it,
don't like to be Bob the Builder. Sometimes we build you guys up for another woman, or another woman could just soup you in. Me now who built you up all those years, you walk away from me. But it's also a thing, Yoguti, that was never really your partner, but for the fact that he did not appreciate what you did for him at his lowest and chose a woman in a higher standard now that he's there. That was never your man.
So yeah, man.
Anyways, yeah.
Hey guys, I know, but like it's just that like as much as we're gonna let it, but also with me, as we're gonna talk about this, it's like for me, it's also like connect with like the end times and how things are moving, like hey, with the states and things, how they are situating their things. Yeah,
Sam Smith?
yeah, like hey,
Oh, that
Oh yeah, his
parade.
performance that caused the controversy.
yeah, bro. Like with me before we start really, it's always a thing. Go to Revelations in the end times. People will be coming out. Hey, I don't care if you persecute me, guys. I'm for him. I'm for my Lord. You get me? Like it's things as much as people like very like but this is at the end time and a lot of things people are about to like they're coming against Unkulunkulu. It's like what also Brazil did. You get me
A
showing
parade.
the whole world life that you get me. This is what that's mocking God, to be honest. That's mocking God. You get me? And that's why also like some of the issues, some of the things like with the earthquakes, and things, because as much as these things are happening, I know other people will turn a blind eye because it makes me angry. It makes me angry, and obviously, like, yeah, I'm a agenda and things,
Yeah.
But with me, to not force people to subscribe to what you're subscribing, to what you are putting, because now it's like a fight now. I also wanna go to how now they're trying to like ban Uganda. It's a country. Why do you wanna ban? It's like coming to my own house, like, hey, I need in. Like, look, if you have a problem, but don't come to me. I don't want you. Go do accept you get me?
True. I get you.
get
So
me?
I see what you mean. So the thing is, humans, bruh, humans don't want to be scared. Like you even see with protocol that they have, and if it's like a mass something, they have protocols for mass shootings. They have protocols for mass movements. Do you understand? So that there is less damage with people over time, but others are manipulated. So this is what's happening with the spiritual warfare. They're literally coming after what humans have a basic weakness to, which is manipulation. You can brainwash a human into thinking something if you do it for 3 days or more. So now, if what the devil does is distraction. If I distract you from God, you will believe there's no God, so you won't worship a God. But if I do it in a way where it's what do they call it? A lot of the rappers came out about it, conditioning. They condition you into thinking what you're doing is right and it's okay if you do it from an individual's perspective. So if you're doing it for you and you feel right, if it's right for you, then it's okay to live by that principle. At the same time, it's like, yes, God has a set of rules. I've even said this before. You will not get into heaven because you followed the Bible back to back. You won't. You will only get into heaven if you have God in your heart, lived his values to the best of your abilities, because the God we serve, bro, knows very well that you're a human. You make mistakes. So you cannot live his Bible to the T. Do you understand? He was also the same God who said to you, you have a freedom of choice, but you need to remember that I'm there.
Yes.
So now what the devil has done essentially,
You're there.
you understand? What the devil has done essentially is that he's conditioned us into thinking there's no God. So a lot of people will feel like we're not in the end times because there is no God. And they believe that
And they'll
the
turn
God,
a blind eye.
yeah, that's it. So with the whole what's happening now when people are coming out about it, I've always stressed that the Lord that you serve will only be asking about your life and how you carried him through. You don't even have to be a pastor in churches screaming out his name. You just got to be a person who lived according to his will, meaning that you helped people when you could. When you didn't have it, you didn't give it. When you did have it, you did.
And the purpose
You
that
know,
it made you to come and thingy
You
here
woke
on
up.
earth.
You woke up in the world and thought, can I do something for someone today? Even if it's the littlest of things. Being a person who doesn't have to look at somebody and break them down, but look at what you could potentially build. So that's the type of God I feel we serve. For the fact that you lived your life as a full individual, knowing who you are, tried to help people along the way, taught about him somehow. You taught me during a conversation about how God's faith is. It doesn't even have to be in a church where you hear him, because you hear the best prayers in hospitals, not churches. So that's why I'm like, for people, especially in this time, self-introspect. Go back to you, because
Go back to the cross.
Go back to you, because the moment you die, it's only you there. Nobody
Test
else.
Test.
So-
More probably test one.
I say for the confused ones, right, who are going, but is there a God? But isn't there a God? Why would Satan be on display like he is if there is no God? Why would bad exist when good is not there to counter the bad?
Why is there good versus evil?
Because people are like, oh yeah, but then why would God give an 8-year-old cancer? He didn't. The child probably had a cancerous cell. What God did was, in her end times, he was there. Made sure that when she died, he was there. Made sure that she was, and if it's you get those people that live the shortest lives, were the most impactful on earth. So God needed them there for that time of impact. That's why I'm like, people should not look at death as a way of removal, but in a way of thanking God
Yeah, man.
that you had that person. But for the fact that they existed in your life, for you to be hurt that they're gone, there was a reason.
Because this world is cruel, man.
It's
Because
cruel, bro.
even same with diseases, dog.
Yeah.
You shouldn't look at them in the fine. Maybe you might see it as a punishment
Of
or
course.
anything, but that should not say God is not alive, dog.
Or the fact that you woke up that day.
Look at
Dog,
you.
the fact that, dog, bro, I mean, you,
Oh,
I always say, dog, there's a purpose why you're on earth.
bro.
Yeah.
Whether you have HIV and AIDS, whether you have cancer, you have the most hectic disease ever to be ever invented. Question is, what did you do for your fellow brother and sister on earth? That's what matters.
Indeed.
You made them happy. You changed their life. You made them see life differently.
You know?
understand? Maybe
Yeah.
you matched this beautiful couple. You
Eish.
understand? And next thing they are chutney and jar. You understand?
Hey.
So you don't know, dog.
Hi.
Understand?
Yes, guys.
Highness.
I wish y'all knew the subtle
So-
guys.
All I'm saying is, dog, the world is something we'll never control. Let's not try and force change things that we have no power over, but let's look at ourselves.
Because also God very, he was like, I think I can't believe it's Corinthians or James. Because it would say, like, don't be too focused on the things of the world.
Yes,
Kakhulu. You know, what you're saying is like, don't be focused kakhulu in the things of the world. Like, forget about those things. Mina ngifuna wena.
Forget about politics.
You get me? And it also goes very to like judging people, because if you wanna judge people,
God will put the same
you
judgment
get
on
me
you.
exactly. So yeah, man. Okay, I love this one is the. So yeah, man, guys, I wanna talk about Amapiano, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I don't know, but hey, I don't know, but I don't know about y'all, yeah, but
Okay.
you know, I have in the past few weeks, like yo, gee, like this thing is yo, like the way it became obvious, my piano very like clean, but you know, I was walking, man. So I started with the Kilimanjaro guy. Like, gee, I'm walking, and then like Mova, and then you see kids like, gee, young kids, like maybe like I think this kid was like 4 or 5. Uyadlala umntwana ne fine ekudlula like kudlula ikara edlala Kilimanjaro, then they get the kid like like yo gee, it's so dope because I'm like this guy Oshai he's living his life, but look at the influence this Ifagi there everyone like the beauty of it. And then I was going to this other place, and like it's just hey me I don't know I just like watching kids,
Yeah.
and it was one of the things I was like, okay, you're just walking, and then you see this badal, and then like yeah pull me ball like that, and you get this child, and I'm like, and then besides that you get other ones, but by and I'm like, gee, like it's like like it was just a beautiful thing, bro, because I'm like the way it came is vele, but now you even like get the influence of kids and inkumbuza like ingoma zakudala,
It's a lifestyle.
bro.
It's a lifeline. Because there's songs that speak. Literally,
yeah,
they can have a club bangers beat, but the message within it.
they soul.
And one thing Amapiano is victim for is someone can drop a song right now and trends 2 years later because of
Yeah,
somehow the message relates to
Yeah.
someone in that 2 years time, and it trends that time, but it's a song that was released 2 years ago. Like
yeah, man.
what's the song? Sings Really.
Man, I think it's really
That song was released. That album was
yeah,
released,
yeah.
I think, in 2021.
yeah,
right.
which was still COVID, my poor man. Yeah,
I think early 2021 or something.
yeah.
Few
was still
of the
stinking.
songs trended in the EP, but
Yeah.
that song didn't trend. It only trended
My last year, nyana, very.
early last year.
Yo,
To show, dog, I don't know, because now I'm not even a piano fan, dog. I live piano. Dog.
yeah, you are
So
there.
what you say, I relate with it, but I would love to think that music in general is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
True.
There are some boys who view love lives because of a certain song and say,
Yeah.
because of this
Exactly.
song, this is how
It covers-
my love lives should
Yeah.
run. You understand? There are some songs that are meant to. Bro, have you seen Kemi's song in a club?
Hey, bro.
Bro, like the beat speaks to you
Yeah.
until Senior Oat and Kemi come on.
Ish.
You should see that what
Even
that
the
song
strings.
does to drunk people,
Yeah,
dog.
ish.
That's when, dog,
I'm not khumbula pen.
music speaks, like, music is what Nelejah was talking about a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
There's this spiritual thing that's happening, and Satan, not in a bad way, is using music.
He is the angel of
advocate, bro. He was
advocate,
worshiping
bro.
God with music.
Music.
That's why, Naman, you get a lot of people once they learn. Even the temptations are there.
There.
You get me?
But it takes a very strong human being to
Yeah.
abstain from all those doings. You
Of course,
understand?
especially if you're conditioned for some time.
Yeah.
Done.
But dog, music. When you speak of Amapiano, dog, you move me. I don't wanna lie to you. Like,
No, like,
Amapiano moves.
because to be honest, like me, I listen to every. I listen to every. And when I say every,
everything.
Ngithi go to Zim, go to everything. Like you can go to all the content. You can go to Chinese, Indian, yonke into. Like I could even sing the lyrics, not even knowing what it means, because of like how I hear it. Nan, you get me? Yo, but bro,
You must understand that.
Like, you know, when I love something, you just see by tears coming out.
Yeah,
Like,
they
and
were-
I love
They were
everything.
on the verge right now. I was
Yo,
watching you
You
tear up.
get me? Cause I'm gee.
Dog,
Yo.
let me tell you something now. In Amapiano, it's not about the songs.
Yeah.
It's about what the song does for the producer's life,
Yeah.
for the artist's life. You understand?
Even how it changed their lives, man.
Dog, I love how Julius Malema puts it. He puts it in a political way.
Julius.
He puts it in a political
You
way,
will
but
not.
ukhuluma iqiniso.
Yeah.
It fought poverty like no one's business.
Yeah, bro.
Let me tell you something. There are clubs that opened because of Amapiano. There are brands that have started because of piano.
I'ma keep Yabu
There are brands that are booming again
because of
Amapiano.
piano.
Hip hop, South African hip hop artists are envying the lifestyle of Amapiano artists because it's the life. Dog, who's this? Reason said it. He said
Ish.
South African hip hop artists rap the lifestyle that Amapiano cats live.
Yeah, bro. Cause here's another
And
thing.
that's a
man.
fact, dog. That's a fact.
Here's another thing. Like, hence I tell you, cause like now I've been having this anxiety, cause mostly me, Mc Bunda, pop, hip hop, you get me. But other than that, I'm a musician. Like anything. I can go to the Scandis, and I can produce anything.
Oh,
you get me.
Scandi.
You just bring me everything. It's like Musa. It has Zuluness in it. You get me. If you can play it for
Some
Zulu,
Musa.
like you can find them. You get me, because of like how I like mixing. So now to me, it was a thing of like, guys, okay, I understand you do hip hop. Fine if you don't want to do Amapiano, but why don't you look at it as from a musical perspective? Because
Testing yourself.
You get me? It's music. Like Lorna, you can just do a feature. You don't need to do a whole album. Just do a feature and then who knew Amifaku would like make us say
I love her so
Musaki.
much.
Here's Musaki. Musaki was doing house.
Like, I want a piano.
And then good girl, I'm a piano. She kusela, bro. That was like yo.
In
fact,
didn't
that
I say that's
album-
what I want to do? Kusela, guys. Uze washo wena. Oh, Kusela. I didn't even know the name, guys. Mina nje bengazi the song. I sang it for him and he's like, oh, Kusela. And I'm just like, that's what it is? I love it. I love it. Whatever
get
it is,
me?
I love
Bro,
it.
it's a thing of, bro, what's weird, you know what's weird is people can say, I don't want to switch to piano because I live, I'm from the couch. There's nothing wrong with that. What's funny is me chilling with some of the Amapiano cats.
Yeah.
What's funny is they don't even listen to the piano most of the time. They listen to hip hop. They listen to pop. They
It's the same
listen
thing
to
with
R&B.
Bunda.
You understand?
Say
Bro,
Nkutes with Bunda.
If you listen to some of the Amapiano songs, Amapiano is mostly is sampling kwaito,
Yeah.
house,
Even some R&B songs.
a bit of R&B,
Boondocks.
a bit of boondocks,
A
a bit of pop, a bit of hip hop.
love
So,
it too much, bro.
They're being Bunda actually.
It's
But
like
yeah, we
you know
do.
how
Oh, I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration.
it's
and
like,
they
it's
lay
like
sing the
there's
fruit.
even dog Chico even does Amapiano trap.
And
He does
and
trap.
Chico was
But-
doing hip hop.
Because for me, one thing I'll commend Amapiano for, I've always been an artist who believed, nah, and was changed drastically because of you. But I've always believed that the sound of the track should lead the vocalist. Nah.
Yeah.
And Amapiano made me realize that no, sometimes you could just be in trance with the beat, and then she comes in with her voice, and you're just like, whoa, 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 whoa.
You can trance.
Wait, she can make it
In the
because
song.
I swear you'd be dancing fast. Mara ukula, marula.
You get me?
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, I can dance, but at the same time,
I'm
You
dancing,
understand
but
what I'm saying?
this person is praying for my problems.
yo,
Like you see, music is like it's also fellowship because what you sing, you also attract. That's why also that's why sometimes they will also say, be careful of what you sing because whatever you say,
Manifestations,
it's
baba.
manifestations. Like I'm a bad girl, ooh, I'm a ooh, and then a few years later, hey, you become you're a bad
You're a bad
girl.
girl.
You get me?
backer.
And then and then what's here is because you're singing positivity because music is powerful, guys.
Very.
Music is powerful. That's
It's
why
words. Words are
where there's
powerful.
influence, there's music in it.
man.
You get me? So like, yo, bro.
Because like, even my piano, like Amifaku's songs, ne, I could be at the moment the beat comes in, I'm here dancing, and then she says something where I'm like, yo, vele ne, yo, and then all of a sudden I'm crying. Ingoma a beat, but like she's saying something that's making me go, Maraz. I mean, you're so right.
Bro.
Now I'm sitting there thinking about my life
Do you
in the
understand?
club, and I'm holding a bottle. I'm just like,
Bro, let me make you like
You don't understand.
for the viewers at home, dog. Let me tell you something about piano. Maybe you might not be aware of.
advocate, baba.
It's made for two places. It's made for your clubs and your street bashes, your parties, and also when you are alone.
Yeah.
Because when you are alone, for example, Adiweli.
Aye,
Adiweli is literally praying for wealth.
Yeah.
Namayang base 1,000.
Like-
Basically, that's what it's doing. You understand? But at the same time, it has this beat that Gavza created,
Oh.
where you like,
I get happy,
damn, bro.
What was that
going.
song? Eposuku.
Ngisempi.
Ngisempi.
The beat is dope. But what are the lyrics saying?
Amamela, that song.
So, I'm sorry, guys, if you're against it, bro, I don't know. And at this point, you might complain that these niggas
But they
are
make it
dropping music too much. It's called market share.
Yeah.
They are trying to have a market share. They are trying to cover the catalog of piano. We are trying to of Kwaito, I meant to say. We are trying to cover hip hop's catalog.
You literally
we are
just
trying to
educated
cover
me right now.
R&B catalog. So if you see them dropping every time, and you must know that you hits in South Africa right now with
Quick.
Amapiano last 2 months.
That's it.
Yeah, bro.
That's it, out.
And then you just have your hardcore fans that just stick
And
to
then
the
you have
song.
your cult following.
Yeah, that's why I'm like your hardcore fans.
That's it.
You get me?
That's what your hit was meant for.
Yeah,
From
it
there,
brings you people.
That's what. From there, give them whatever you want, and they will take it.
Cause like, if there's one thing, man, like that's some like, and people have been saying it, but yo, I just wanna appreciate it, bro. Cause like, yo, bro, like, it's the ish. It's how they're gonna appreciate Bunda in the next
you, 'cause
few
you're-
issues, but like, I just cause you
You're
even
ahead of your
see
time,
even
bro.
like Major League.
Oh my God, it's
With
Major
Major Lazer, like, gee, you know, and funny part, like, I would think Major Lazer is the same. And then now I'm like, because I love Major Lazer too.
Okay.
Like, I love
How did
it.
you think they would have said? Okay, never mind.
No, I get to Major. Like, I go Major League. Yabo, League Lazer.
I mean,
Major
when you
one.
look at Major League, it's just like, you can't forget that.
You
You
get
can't
me?
forget that.
So, like, no, like,
Girl, if you-
and also, like, how, gee, imagine, about you white on a sign. I think there's some bonu peons. Also, because sometimes I'm like, it's just that sometimes that with this artist,
Yeah.
like I just want Babe Nabo. This is, for example, if we are so against them, Amapiano. I want to have poor man, yabo. And I'm poor babies.
Go.
Yeah, who was that one that didn't have a piano song? and
Here's my
people just
thing,
came
man.
for her.
Here's my thing. I get it's becoming a global thing. man.
Months ago.
My thing is, as a person who's listening Amapiano, who's listening,
Now I'm feeling so.
you understand? Who's listening to Amapiano from the street and the commercial side, and then I hear Beyonce trying to, her producer trying to mimic
It's
a
so
piano.
cute.
So
piano
So
thing.
cute.
It's like, for me, I'm not saying I'm demanding the respect to say come to us and produce it.
No, because she did. Did she not do something where she learned the dance from Abafana like us? They around the world.
Yeah,
Spantula.
Spantula. She came here and she did that.
Do the same thing
That's something.
with the
Do the same
beats.
thing. Neguzofutshela umuntu wangale to mimic the dance moves zangapha. Like it just does
It's
not
a
make
thing
sense.
of us proving that, dog, American artists don't give a damn about us.
Yeah.
It's us. We have to do it ourselves.
But I love the love that Uncle Waffles is getting. She's putting us, like, I don't want to say she's putting us on the map, but she's literally driving force for Amapiano, because most of the artists in America that I see
And
are
Major
cool,
League,
like,
and
straight
Major
up.
League says the things he laser.
It's sorry, Major League, but it's like she. Oh, for me, she's an absolute inspiration. she's done this thing yoguti. You know how American artists go to concerts and then they'll be like, oh, at Adele, nice to see you at Adele. That's what they were doing for her when she was performing at Coachella. For me, it's like, oh, wait a minute, they know of her, meaning that her sound got that side.
She's
Do you
not
understand what I'm
just
saying?
an African.
She's not just
know?
an African, she's Uncle Waffles. They can even tell you I'm Americans. I know what Uncle Waffles, we listen to her. So for me, it's like, I love that stream that she's taken where she's showing America that as much as we follow you guys, because as some American artists, I have me as a follower and their cult following. So for me, it's nice to see our local artists get that attention where it's like the same way your population supports your music is the same way is the way South Africa supports American music is the way Americans are now finding that we have our own sound, which is Amapiano. That is our own sound. That is literally local and original. You can never get it anywhere else. Yeah. Hence why we can even pick it up when someone's trying to mimic. Do you understand? Because an American sound, easy, bro. Nasty did it. Nasty C showed us, Uguti, you can do the American thing. And in a way where he did it so much so you would know Nasty. For me, Nasty C's always been international. And whenever I've listened to Nasty C songs, I've never thought of him South African, ever. Ever. And that's not to outshine La Babalana that are doing South African, no. But he's always given me that persona. Yo, this boy sounds like he's from the States, you know what I mean? He's representing South Africa really, really well. To know that minds like that can be conjured from our people. So it's things like that bring me hope. Uguti, okay, wait a minute. We don't have to mimic American.
Why are you tripping like that?
Because you can mimic their sound, but you can't mimic ours.
Yeah, man. Speaking of mimicking, as Val, guys, I want to appreciate, guys. Guys, like, I want to appreciate women. Man. Guys, women are dope. Abafas about dope.
Oh, thank you.
From mothers, from our spouses, from sisters.
Mabuza spouse, babe. Spouse.
Spouses. You know, because like, if there's one thing I've seen, like if there's one thing I've seen, if you disagree with me, but if there's one thing, bro, women, okay, when it comes to love, I'm sorry, but women are the ones who give their all. You know, like a lady can risk for you. A lady can sacrifice a lot of things.
It's above us.
I don't say names. I don't say nothing.
You get me? Like, because if there's one thing that I've seen is that I'm sure you do, because if you put a man, it's what you were talking about in the car when you were like, a man is selfish or he only thinks of what's gonna get him. Hey, you are smiling, bro. Are you with us?
I'm with you. Don't worry.
Put the phone down, bro.
Sorry.
It's disturbing.
It's
disturbing.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Now it's again to soul, man.
Leave soul alone.
You know, because like it's like what you were saying in the car, where you like mostly you're like emotional. Then a man just thinks into you get me? Because bro, you know sometimes you get like in things, but and not besides like or maybe my girl but you see the thing like Amatombazana can sacrifice more than what you can sacrifice. But she can have the bees to do something. You get me? So like I just wanna give a shout out to that. And also you get the ones, especially the single moms who like they raise their kids and then
shout out to you, mom.
Yeah, boni out just viral and just like that but bakhona vela balona just being stopped. But because you know yazi umntwana maruhlupha kanjani wena akhale ebusuku akulonisa kuvayise up and down and you just get someone nje akanandaba nokuthi unomntwana nani. You get me? And also the last one, once if you're gonna add, I always say this: when I have a company, and even your company, I feel like you should consider this. But I heard with some other country they do that. Me in my head has like in Spana very like in Spana konana. So you know, in my head I would be like with period pains. You get me?
I wanna hear this one. I wanna hear this one.
Like, let me just do it with my company. I have a company. People are working for me and things. Me, I wanna do this thing of everyone will say their cycles. Okay, when is my cycle? This is my cycle and my period. Like I corner, like I double a corner. I can't do anything because I get it like maybe I would say like it's 2 days and then other one like a corner, but now it's better. You get me? And I just give you everyone will have like just a 2 day of leave from work if that period starts and it's very powerful. Because you know your days. You get me? Because you understand. Okay, you get me? But I just understand the pain that they go through, like how you know you would interview and how I've witnessed someone alone, young twin, and I'm like, I might not know the pain, but this issue is painful. And with me, like, having that sympathy, because ladies are not like us. We don't have periods. Yeah, we can work. You get me? But for Bona, if those 2 days, yeah, at least a day, of course. Sometimes I feel like it can affect you at span. It can affect you. Rough. And people will be like, hey, Lona, but deep. You like, most of the time, so right. But like, it's just those cycles. Cause I feel like if just for those 2 days, deal with it, get angry, beat up whatever, go through it, and then maybe after 2 days, so at least over better. Then you can. You get me?
So I'm not against what you're saying, but people view it, corporate level views it like this, right?
Money.
Right? Can I afford Nelejah sitting at home and pay her? Right? Another thing is they viewed it on a science side and say, can a woman work under pressure while she's in her cycle?
They didn't
Maybe they
consider
did
that.
tests.
No.
Probably they did it with white people. They didn't do it with black. And you find that some girls you can't even tell ukutuguma periods. Some you can tell. You understand?
Because some they don't have pains there.
What
it's because of genetics.
What if they judged it upon girls that don't show that they're in their periods? Girls that have periods, they take 2 days.
Okay.
Basically, you understand?
So-
Stuff like that. Maybe they looked at it from that point.
So let me tell you where they looked at it from. Man. They looked at it from a man's perspective.
Exactly, because
And
what
the
a man
thing-
is. It's a man.
It's a
not
man.
lady.
So like the reason why I say this is because women have been underprivileged from the beginning of time. And it's been in the Bible. It's been outside the context of the Bible. It's been in corporates. It's been in relationships. It's been in marriages. The man has always been viewed as top of the house. If you look at how we paid corporately, men get paid more than women. That is a fact. So it means that men will be considered above women. Do you understand that most tests, be it depression, be it anxiety, be it the autism level tests, be it some of those practices don't even have a scientific theory or a scientific research done on women. It's always been a man. If you look at anything done, any study, bro, doctors will tell you, oh no, the study's been done for men. But we're going to do trials for women now because we realize that it's also different in women. So periods have always been looked at as less than because it's something that constantly happens. So at some point in our lives, we must be used to it. We must be used to the pain. Do you understand that scientists have proven this theory?
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like just because they don't know the pain, as much as I don't know the pain.
That's why they've even made machines for you guys to feel it now.
There's
So
a
now
machine
there's a
for
machine
that.
now. So what it's done essentially is diluted it down. Ukuthi, oh no, they've dealt with this many months. Of course you can deal with it. What? Not knowing that the pain I'm feeling is equivalent to a heart attack, but who am I? So imagine. So you have to understand that. Let me try and like put a picture for you guys. Imagine a pregnant woman who's 1 centimeter dilated. That's the pain we feel every month. And this can go on for some women 8 days. Some of them go on for 6. Some of us get 5. Some of them
Some
6.
cry.
You
Some
understand?
can't do
Cry.
anything,
My
bro.
friend literally has to stay home. She writes doctor's notes every month because she gets violently
Because
vomited.
like it's
Violently.
worse, bro. It's
bad.
It's toxic.
So I love what he's done where it's like, I can go to him and be like, bruh, I don't want to work today. Because there's sometimes where I wish I could email my boss and be like, bruh, I'm crippled. This pain is so much. Do you understand that I took 6 Panados before I left the house? I go to work sometimes late. I took 6 Panados. I took 2 ibuprofens at work. And that
that's
is the
overdose
only,
now.
do you understand?
That's overdosing
That is the
your body.
only time it worked for the pain to stop. And even then, it doesn't even last, those pills don't even last like 2 hours, 3 hours tops, guys. It's an hour tops. Because it's like the pain is there, but it's just like lingering. Like I can handle it, but I can, the painkillers kind of dumb it down. But it gets so bad, you can physically feel your body shut down because of all the hormonal changes. Imagine I've got big breasts, meaning that my back is going through some. I can't sit properly because anything cold sends a
The
surge.
uncomfortability.
Do you understand the surge of pain when you sit on something cold or like wear something cold or sit something cold on you or uthintinte bandayo? That pain alone, we know. For the times where girls will walk barefoot and she'll just be like, yo, I'm going to feel this month end. I'm going to feel this month end. Then she's sitting on my pain. Do you understand that period pains can get passed on? Y'all are thinking with the period pains, live your whole life not having them. I didn't have period pains my whole life. I'm 2021. 2021, I've never had them my whole life. It's because I didn't have pants. It's superstitious. My mom was like, yeah, I was born my period pain month end. Huh. So girls, please, like, period. So for men, so for men, one thing I would love for you guys to do with your girls, just to alleviate the pain. We don't want to do anything. Don't think of us as being moody. But the moment we don't do anything, we sit in this warm cocoon, meaning that I'm not gonna get the pain.
Because you know, with me when I was young, I would make it think like, moody, because with my young child. But now when you grow, like that was an issue. But now when you grow and you like, because one thing about April, I don't like pain. I think that's also why like I consider this. Because also, it could be a thing if maybe you want me to pay, it's about money. It doesn't mean I've always like I have to pay you, but I don't make money. You get me? I would do okay. Saleka, maybe to span a laptop, because there will be times where maybe young child. No, Saleka, you'll be busy on your laptop for those days.
Yes, it'll be even better. Then I don't have to deal with people. And
the food, because for people who would try and do my advantage, I'll just tell them, for women, it's 2. You get me? And then I'm munya tate ilo honoguti ya ngale izo benefit amin. Angiyageka. Utho ukuthi uqeda uqamba mangeni ubambwe ile yamampela. Ngiyake ngithi no, angithi wena ushele kanje.
Yeah.
You get me? Because obviously I know some people they wanna be
manipulative about it. But but then another thing, I wish we could change it. Why are pads considered a luxury item?
Luxury.
Are you kidding me?
Luxury.
So it's a luxury for
But
me
I
to
love
get
what my
period?
producers did.
Are you kidding me?
The last 2 movies that we shot, the first 8 kid had pads.
Do you understand?
I've never seen that in
Free.
It's the
So this is
age.
why I love those
Yeah,
things.
they
That's
must
why I
be
love those school
free
movements.
too, man.
Thank you. I love those pad movements at schools where people get pads for free. Why is it that I have
Like
to
how they're
pay
giving
for
you
a
condoms.
disadvantage?
Why
Like,
aren't you selling
why-
condoms?
thank you.
Sell condoms and
Thank
make
you.
pads for free.
Free.
I am a condom.
So it sucks to go
Yes, yes.
There's companies like, I'm sorry to say this, there's companies that make our pads. So because you scented them, I have to pay for the item. Because you scented it. But I need
It's
it.
a need.
But you must look, I feel like that's a government thing. It's not a business
Of
thing.
course. It's
Ah,
not even,
really? It's a
like
government.
imagine, bro, it's considered a
So my
luxury
thing
product.
is, my thing is,
Yeah.
please don't take it in a bad way. Think of the cost implications, right? The same way it costed to make those free choice max
But for
condoms
free.
for free. They should have thought about it. Ngama pads. You understand? The same way there's choice,
but thing is,
but
like,
still you can
like,
still
about
buy
Cortex.
Lovers Plus.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't they have a free brand of pads?
It always be mahal. Cortex.
Maybe it's in talks.
Never.
We don't
Always
know,
would never
bro.
do that.
We don't know. We live in a
Yeah.
capitalist.
That's why I'm like, everything
of
was
world.
thought about through man. There was a man that sat there and said that this woman will work and afford these pads. And I'm not saying Guti, all men are bad, but this is like the society we live in, guys. Men are considered above women in all aspects, and I hate y'all. Men are just considered above women in all aspects. Hence why most of your things, and I love it with clothing, that your guys is more expensive. I like that. To show you, Guti, in some way, you can't win all the time. It's not fair. But we live in a society where if the man wins, it's just, it's right. That's why some companies have done this thing of, if they'll have like 5 people, 2 of those people are women. You understand? But when it was back in the day, only one of them would be a woman. So it's always been a thing, Yoguti. It's even a conditioned thing. You can't wear a specific thing because men wear that. You can't wear a specific thing because girls wear that. Hence why most of our kids, which is a boy, can't come out wearing a skirt. Because there's some men who are straight, but love wearing feminine products. And they have a woman who understands that. Who's I'm saying that they shop together. So that's why I'm like, those things are supposed to just be
I'm saying I'm a boots.
You understand? Those things are just supposed to be destroyed, where it's like, you're not your dick. I'm not my boobs. I am just Senele. I just so happen to have these things because God decided I'm a woman. You understand? So we must just come together in a way where, do you like doing that? Does it make you happy? Continue. Kudos to you.
Right now, there's my pads on my penis. Do you know that, Bunda?
What you say?
There's pads for penis.
Okay, we are closing.
What do y'all do?
We are closing. We are closing, but
Do y'all ooze?
we are closing.
Wait a minute, y'all ooze?
So
Okay,
when I read the pack,
Dog.
it's written for any
Excuse me.
urinatal
Urinary
leaks,
problems.
You know how you get a boner and there's a bit of
the
sperm,
Pre-cum.
semen comes
Yeah,
out,
pre-cum.
so it protects that also. It's made for
What
that.
is it protecting it from?
I'm
Ask
sorry.
me how much is it? For 10 pads, it's like 120 or something. I'm like, bro, my underwear got that. It's fine.
No, like I
I
don't
wash it
understand.
off.
Like
Anyway, Nelejah is
don't know.
getting cold. She's catching flu. We gotta sign out and bounce.
Yeah, man.
These,
I'm
getting
getting compliments here.
bro, I swear, ne, I'm gonna send you a picture of those pads. I saw them at Clicks.
Oh my god, I
saw
need to go
them.
check them out.
I saw them.
I
Oh,
need.
Yenzi.
There's even
No,
levels
it's a thing
to
for
these
my
ones.
brain. My brain is like, what?
Do you know cricket, right?
Yeah,
Do you know the guys that bat? They put
the
something.
shin pads. Yeah,
Yeah, not these pads. The one that you put in front.
nut pad. Is it a nut pad?
You
So
sure?
what's it called?
It's a personal pad.
Nut pad, yeah.
That protects your
From
private
that-
part.
Aye, aye, pola la,
because the cricket ball is so hard.
Yeah.
They are shaped like that, but softer.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's
And
Major
absorb it.
League.
Kabanga.
And they
Hey
absorb.
babe, can you give me pads? Yeah, babe, can you just
Now
give
that
me
you're
pads?
problematic,
It's soft
we are
pads.
trying
Yeah.
to grow. We are
Give me
being
pads.
problematic. Anyway, guys, it's been a great
Bye, Chutney.
episode.
We love you all, guys.
Informational.
We love you all. I'll always pray for you all. We're here to fix the country.
Thank you for loving
in
me,
comedy and serious. You know now when people they ask me what you'll talk about in your
Bro, I'm so confused. I just say socio-economic issues.
me,
Yes.
I'm like comedy, seriousness, solutions. You get me because there's comedy, the seriousness. And
The solution.
The solutions one, we made it last week, yeah? We made it official the episode before Kemi. But anyway,
Yeah.
guys, it's been
Guys,
the
we love
contrast
you.
between their fashion.
Road to
He's wearing
100K, ne? Guys, please subscribe, guys, please.
Yeah,
I know we went.
Sasa-
I just love how y'all are.
please
Don't make me feel
subscribe,
like
guys.
sitting here is just,
Please. Or if you wanna see these faces, please subscribe, guys. You know,
love you.
You know, we wanna
follow
be, we wanna be in
follow
stadiums.
Nelejah at I am Senele.
You know,
follow Mc
you
Bunda
can't
at
tag her and chop on it.
Mabunda official, and follow the voice of God by reading the Bible.
Hi.
Signing out.